Hello, and welcome back to the Embrace the Mud podcast. Today, we're diving into a topic that I suspect will resonate with many of you, and that is how to stop walking on eggshells. This is a phrase that is loaded with the weight of unspoken words and a feeling that something isn't quite right. So today, let's explore why this happens and how we can break free from this habit of self-silencing that we refer to as walking on eggshells. You are listening to the Embrace the Mud podcast, where we discuss all things related to healthy, joyful, and life-giving relationships. Why focus on relationships? Because the quality of our intimate partnerships and close connections influences our health, happiness, and longevity more than anything else in our lives. Relationships matter a lot. So together, let's jump into the mud, aka our messy relationships, pull some weeds, plant some seeds, and create an enriching environment where strong relationships can take root. I am your grateful host, Dara Posner. I am a relational disaster working toward relational mastery. I am also a positive psychology coach, a relational mindset coach, a blogger, and now a podcaster. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Embrace the Mud podcast, where we discuss all things related to healthy, joyful, life-giving relationships. If you are a fan of this podcast, please subscribe, follow, like, review, and share. Your engagement in this way is crucial to the success of the podcast, and I appreciate you taking just a few seconds to support my mission, which is to help people like you flourish in life and love. Okay, so first things first. If you are listening to this episode today because you find yourself walking on eggshells in a relationship, that is a glaring red flag if you're not already attuned to that, okay? That is a sign that the ground beneath you is fragile, that expressing yourself has become a treacherous journey. And this is a major breakdown in the fabric of any healthy relationship. Now, before we delve deeper, a crucial note. If you are walking on eggshells because you are feeling afraid of physical harm or any form of violence, your immediate priority needs to be your safety. And I want to encourage you to seek help, to reach out to those around you, and to prioritize your well-being. Because the truth is, there's nothing that you're going to hear on a podcast episode or read in a book or watch in a YouTube video that is going to help you make choices that will make that relationship healthier. If you are in an abusive relationship, the only option is to seek safety for yourself and to do it as soon as possible. In a truly healthy relationship, you should feel free to express yourself authentically and fully. The ability to share your thoughts, express your opinions, share your feelings and desires without fear is a cornerstone of genuine connection. So, if you are walking on eggshells, it's probably because you're afraid of someone blowing up or being reactive, getting super defensive, or invalidating your feelings or your experience. And if that's the case, it is time for a change. Now, here's, the thing that for me was the most difficult to hear when I was walking on eggshells in my relationships. And that is that you are not responsible for managing someone else's emotions, but you are responsible for your well-being. So what does that mean? Well, what that means is that it's crucial for you to develop the capacity to allow other people to have their feelings and their big emotions without it silencing you. Now, this is not about enduring toxicity, but it is about building your emotional resilience so that you can stand firm in the face of someone else's emotional storm. So the first thing is to really commit to no longer silencing yourself and to express yourself by developing the emotional resilience, which is the capacity to allow other people to have their reactions. Now, once you are able to do that, to step into that space and express yourself authentically and fully, you also need to communicate with your partner and let them know the discomfort that you're feeling and that it has to change. You want to establish clear boundaries. That is the essential next step. So for example, let's say that you bravely express a need, share an opinion, state a preference, and you're met with hostility. Okay. You can set a boundary by saying something, for example, like, I am willing to discuss our issues, but I won't engage when the conversation becomes hostile. Setting boundaries could also look like, I need time and space when things get heated, so let's revisit the conversation later on. Or I will not tolerate insults or yelling. We can talk when we can both remain calm. And, it might even be appropriate to say something like, I won't engage if the conversation becomes hostile, and you can choose to continue to show up that way, but I won't engage, and that will lead to more and more disconnection between us and eventually destroy our relationship. It's time to end the self-betrayal of walking on eggshells. Commit to expressing yourself authentically. Make it a standard in all of your relationships, because you deserve to be heard, seen, and valued for who you are. So let this be a moment of inspiration and determination for you. You are deserving of a relationship where your voice matters. And it might take time, but it is worth it. Embrace the courage to break free from the eggshells and step onto solid ground. So in conclusion, my precious listeners, remember that walking on eggshells is not the dance of a healthy relationship. It is time to get rid of that habit, to express yourself fully, and to set boundaries that honor your well-being. So until next time, keep embracing the mud of authenticity and self-discovery. If you would like to stay connected with me, you can find me on Instagram at embracethemud. I would love to connect with you on there. You can also head over to mudcoaching.com and sign up for my newsletter, Questions for the Soul, where I send out a weekly journal prompt to help you connect with your deepest needs and desires in relationships and beyond. And of course, if you're in a space in your life right now where you feel like the support of a coach could be helpful for you in your relationships or your relationship with yourself, then head over to mudcoaching.com, read about what I do, how I do it, who I work with, and if it feels like a fit, just fill out my contact form. I would love to connect with you. As you navigate your relationships, may you find the strength to stand firm, to speak your truth, and cultivate connections that nurture and uplift you. Until next time, keep embracing the mud, for that is where the most beautiful flowers bloom. And always, always remember that you are wired for love and connection. You are capable of love and connection. You are worthy of love and connection. I'll see you next time.